Nick, we appreciate you being with us this morning. And of course, you guys were playing the Spurs just as sort of this was all coming across yesterday. And both your team and the Spurs decided to start the game with a 24-second violation of the shot clock as an honor to Kobe, who wore number 24. Can you tell us a little bit about how that came about, how you decided to get there?
Yeah. First of all, I commend you guys, man. You were doing a heck of a job today. Been up listening to you in the early hours, and you're really doing a good job in what just seems like a weird situation for everybody. And that was sort of was like for us yesterday. We literally got kind of some news coming through there right as we were preparing, maybe 45, 50 minutes before tip, and the locker room was tough, as you can imagine. A lot of our guys have worked out with Kobe and close with him, et cetera. Obviously competed against him and admired him greatly. And I don't know. We just were talking. I was actually talking with Alex McKechnie, who's our head of sports science, who spent many years with the Lakers and Kobe, and I was just kind of like, we got to do something. What can we do? And asked Fred and Kyle, and then went and talked to Pop and the referees and stuff, and we just thought, that 24 just kind of seemed fitting, I guess, and felt like we should do something there, and that's how both teams decided to do that.
Talking to Nick Nurse, Raptors head coach, with us on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. And Coach, we saw, as you mentioned, such strong reactions from so many players. What did you say to your team after the basketball game that you guys had to play was all over? What was the conversation like amongst you guys about the news that everyone got in such a short span of time?
Well, I really, be completely honest with you, I didn't really know what to do before or after the game. To be honest, I went out. We have a typical film session, that we do for any game before we go out and prepare. And I didn't really address anything. I just kind of said, let's roll the tape. It was quiet. It was, we just were trying to get through our job, and then I went out on the hallway and kind of just with the players and just said to them, this game's going to be played, and we got to go play it and do our jobs. And I said, I don't really care about the outcome here today. I said, Kobe played the game with, he really played hard, you guys, and he really worked hard, and take from that what you can. And if you don't feel like you can play, then just let me know and we'll bring somebody else in. But let's just go out there and stick together.
Along those lines, we're talking to Nick Nurse, Raptors head coach here on Golic and Wingo. From the aspect of the game, because there are many that thought there were 8 games played yesterday. Should they have been canceled? A lot of people, even players, said we're playing because Kobe would want us to play. I'm sure some players didn't feel like playing. From the NBA, were you guys given the option at all of not playing if you wanted to?
No, I don't think. My first reaction was that we after kind of seeing the locker room and the players, my first reaction was I didn't see how we could play. I just thought, well, we probably shouldn't be playing this game. But when you think of the whole thing, like you said, the main thing probably is, Kobe would have said, man, go out and play, and go play your hardest. A lot of us have been through that. I had the same thing with my mother, passed away on the day of the Clippers game last year. And I know my mother would have wanted me to get on that plane and go coach the game, so you kind of go out there. And I think it was nice that there was the moment of silence, the 24-second thing. It was an honor. And I really think once we kind of got through the initial shock of it, that both teams played their hearts out, and I think that's a tribute.
It certainly is, as Raptors head coach Nick Nurse is with us. Nick, it was just a very cool thing that you and the Spurs and and Pop were able to do. And I got to say, you said the players went out there and played because they played hard. That's what Kobe would have wanted to do. I have to say kudos to you, because no one expected that when we're talking 46 games into the regular season and a year after you lost Kawhi Leonard, that you guys would have the second best record in the East. So I guess, Nick, the best way to finish this would be to say, yeah, the players went out and played hard the way Kobe would have wanted them to, but you're coaching your ass off this year with the way Kobe would have been proud of you with the record that you guys have with that crew. So keep it going, Nick, and we always look forward to talking to you.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
I mean,
second
best record in the NBA with Kawhi walking out the door. Tell me how many people thought that was coming.
Yeah, I don't think
second best
anybody.
record in the East. Excuse me, third best record overall.
Yeah, what a wild situation, because that's what I'd wondered and why I wanted to ask. Was there any talk at all, of possibly canceling these games or giving people the options? Again, there were, almost a little over half the league, I believe, was playing yesterday with 8 games, and what it was like. And I thought it was interesting that he said if anybody didn't want to play, to tell him, and he would get to,
and we saw that with the Nets. Kyrie Irving was
yeah.
not playing with personal reasons, and we know Kyrie had been such a close mentee to Kobe Bryant, and that relationship had meant, he was one of the guys that so clearly in that Jordan Kobe Bryant lineage had modeled his game off of Kobe, and you could see it in the style he played. So someone who did exercise that option to say, this is too much for me right now, which again, as we say, like, so many people, and you heard Nick Nurse, everyone was kind of wondering what to do. So many people are going to grieve this situation differently.
Right.
And as long as their grief is not hurting someone else, please be gentle and give people the room to do that however they need to get through this.